For many baseball players like myself, we want to continue to play to the highest level that we can. While I hope to immediately get the opportunity to play Major League Baseball straight out of high school, I want to also have a good understanding of what my life could turn out to be, playing college baseball, going through different levels of the minor leagues, playing in semi-professional or amateur leagues, or even playing internationally. There are many levels of college, semi-professional, and professional baseball that players trying to make it to the major leagues may play in. Some are good enough to get to play at Division I colleges such as GCU, Vanderbilt, and LSU. Others play in Division II and III. If a player does not get an offer or will not be given playing time at any of these levels, they may choose to go on and play junior college baseball. This gives players opportunities to get playing time against good competition and shows scouts what they have to offer. Out of college, and sometimes high school, around 620 players will be drafted by a Major League Baseball team. The MLB draft occurs in July every year. After the MLB draft, teams can sign players that were not drafted who will be known as undrafted free agents. However, most of these players are international players since only Americans and Canadians are eligible for the draft. Even with these signings, only a small amount of college baseball players are able to be signed by a Major League team. If a player wishes to continue playing, one option they would have would be to play in international leagues such as the KBO, NPB, or JPPL. Other than international leagues, players might play in semi-professional or amateur leagues in the United States and around the world. If a player is signed by an MLB team, they will almost always play in the minor leagues first. Many players will spend upwards of a decade in the minor leagues before they are eventually called up to a major league team, if ever. Each major league team has one minor league team at 4 levels: AAA, AA, High A, and Single A. Each team also has at least 2 teams in rookie ball. Thousands of baseball players have played in minor league baseball before. It can be a very disheartening time for them as they may feel overlooked, underappreciated, and underpaid. For example, a player could be playing insanely well at the AA or AAA level, but be a shortstop in the Padres organization who already have 5 players on their active roster who have big league experience at shortstop. Sam Haggerty, who currently plays in the Seattle Mariners organization, was traded by the Indians to the Mets in January of 2019. He said on an interview with SNY that he felt probably every emotion you can think of about his trade. He said that he felt shock, awe, excitement, and anxiety. This is how it is for many of the players that get traded. Not only do their lives change on a baseball standpoint, but through an emotional standpoint as well. Oftentimes, a player will grow relationships with people in the team's area and grow to love the MLB team's farm system in general. Overall, becoming a Major League Baseball player is extremely difficult to do, let alone becoming one of the top players in the league. Players have to go through many difficulties, oftentimes trying to make it up level by level, going through getting traded, cut, and not knowing what their future holds. The pay does not typically get much over $45,000 a year for the highest level of minor league players, and it's even lower for lower levels. While it is a game, it is also an occupation and sometimes becomes business ahead of fun and love of the game. The livelihood of a minor league baseball player is full of unknowns, and it takes hard work and dedication to continue becoming a better player. Many baseball players struggle with their mental health and even go on the injured list with it, including pitchers Trevor May and Daniel Bard and outfielder Austin Meadows, who all went on the IL with anxiety this season. It is important to have good habits and determination while going through the minor leagues and to remember that at the end of the day, it is a game and it is for fun. While I hope that my future holds me going to the big leagues almost immediately out of high school or college, I know that it is a very real possibility that I will play in the minor leagues for many years before making it to the big leagues. I will use good habits and trust God through all the unknowns of this season.